Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the assumptions about me video. I've seen this going around. I did it a while on Instagram but never actually made it into a video, so I thought I would ask again on my Instagram what people's assumptions are about me. I just think this is really interesting, not in a vain, egotistical way. I just find that it's really interesting to see how people perceive others, especially in this day and age with social media. I think it's really easy to look at other people's lives and see only a certain proportion and feel like everybody has, you know, their shizzle together, but it's not always the case. So I thought I would ask this question and go through what your assumptions are of me so that we can, you know, put things into perspective, I guess. So let's have a look. So it's not actually been 24 hours since I asked this. I already have quite a few through, and I'm kind of hoping that no juicy ones come through after this, but let's go through some of the ones that I have already. So the first one is somebody said, strong woman on the surface but underneath you are very emotional and like reassurance. That is a really good one actually, because I think that is pretty accurate. So I don't necessarily try and portray myself as being a strong person, and there are definitely aspects of my personality which are that do make me a strong person, but there are also aspects that do make me fairly like vulnerable, and yeah, I do like that reassurance, especially since becoming a, oh gosh, it's gone really bright, especially since becoming a mum. This new life that I'm in now is, I feel like I am totally out of my depth, and there is a lot of new opinions and new aspects of it that I'm not quite used to. So I think that this person that I am now is different to what the person was, you know, a few years ago. That person a few years ago probably didn't need as much reassurance, apart from like from my parents and my husband. But this person who I am now definitely looks for reassurance in different places, and I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with that. When I'm on Instagram and things, or even on here, and I ask questions, most of the time I do that because it's the way that I'm feeling, and if I'm feeling like that, then you can be sure that there is somebody out there that is also feeling that way. So I kind of share that so that other people can feel like they're not alone and try and relate to somebody else going through the same thing. I'm probably rambling, but yeah, I definitely agree with that. I am strong in some cases but also quite emotional in others, but I just think that's human nature. Even the strongest of people will have their moments where they feel vulnerable and emotional and need that reassurance. The next one, that you are genuine and down to earth, non-judgmental, and would make a good in real life friend. Oh, that's lovely. A lot of these are really nice actually, and I didn't intend it to just for you to just give me compliments, but these are really sweet. Yeah, I like to think that I make a good friend. I like to think that I am reliable and am there for my friends when they need me, to chat through anything or whatever they might need. I do try and be as true to myself as possible. I am an Aries, so I do flit from one thing to another quite a bit, and sometimes I'm quite conscious of the fact that people think that I'm just you know, jumping from one thing to another, which I am. But that's just my nature, and I share what I love and I share what I'm passionate about, and hopefully, as this lady says, it comes across as genuine. It's Amber actually, 3-girl mom. She's lovely. As for the non-judgmental part, I've always tried to be non-judgmental, even before becoming a mom, but more so now. I just think people need to live their lives the way that they want to live it, unless, of course, they are harming other people. Then I might have judgment on other people, but even then I try and sort of see things from different perspectives. That's not to say that I have never been judgmental, because let me just put that out there. Of course I have, of course everybody has, but I really do try and make a conscious effort to try not to be judgmental and see things from other people's perspective. That you never have a bad mum day. I have bad days all the time, really bad days. I have days where I feel like I've not done enough for Ella, or I've not given her enough time, or taught her enough. So yeah, I definitely have bad mum days. I think everybody does. I think that you're a funny, humble and carefree person. I like to think I'm funny at times. Humble and carefree. The carefree part, yes, at certain aspects I am, but then other aspects I am quite uptight about things. I do worry about things a lot, but then some aspects of my life I'm carefree. I'm a mixed bag, I think. This one's funny. That you are posh. I don't know what I would be doing to make people think that I'm posh, but I'm not posh at all. That you are sweet, kind and have a strong desire to help others. Thank you, that's very kind. Yeah, I think with anything that I do, I always like to try and help others, whether it's motivating somebody to do something, or inspiring a bit of creativity, or making people think about certain aspects of their life, or teaching people how to do a craft. I like to think that it's my purpose. One of my life's purpose is to teach. So that is why one of the main reasons why I share my life, and because I like to teach and inspire others, basically. This one also made me laugh. You never get angry. You are super chilled. I do get angry. I think I used to get angry more so in like my past life and situation. I would really struggle with when outside influences affected my life and I had no control of it, and that would make me angry. But I do think over the past couple of years I have chilled and mellowed a little bit more, because obviously your life changes as you get older, your perspective changes. So I try and be chilled. I don't think that my close family would necessarily describe me as being chilled and not getting angry. I don't get angry with Ella. If I did get frustrated, I would probably walk away and like scream into a pillow or something, but I try really, really, really hard not to show my frustrations to Ella. That your home is super clean and neat. No. I really wish you could see what I am looking at right now, because our ensuite, we've had to have the tiles removed and just the house is a mess. I would say that 99.9% of the time my house is not clean and tidy. Just putting that out there. And I think a lot of people are the same as well. And I personally get caught up in looking at people on social media as well and thinking, oh, their house is always clean and tidy, when actually it's probably not. It looks clean and tidy behind me right now, but I have things out because I've just filmed another video and I have the clothes that I need to put away. So no, I'm not, my house is not always clean and tidy. In fact, probably never. I don't think my house is ever clean and tidy, the whole thing. There is always, I'm a Monica Geller, basically. There is always an area where there is things just dumped. So yeah. I hope that makes you feel better if you think your house is untidy. Another one here, that you're very tidy and organised. I love being tidy and I love being organised. I love organisation, I love organising, but the reality is that day-to-day life kind of puts me in a bit of a tiz sometimes, and that's when things get messy. And I've said this quite a lot. When my mind gets messy, my house gets messy. So I often kind of get to the point where I think, okay, I need to tidy everything and clean everything now, and then I'd go on an organising spree, and then it will get messy again, and it just keeps going round and round in circles. This one's nice. That you are a lovely lady and mother. Your honesty I admire the most. Thank you. I do pride myself on being honest as possible, because I'm just not one of these people who likes to beat around the bush, and I like other people to be that way with me as well. If you want me to do something, just ask me. Don't hint at me to do it, because I might not pick up on it. Like, it's not that I'm not intuitive, I think that's the word, but just tell me that that's what you want me to do, or tell me that that thing that I've said has offended you, because I wouldn't have meant it in that way. Often I can say things and they come across really blunt because I am honest, and I don't mean them nastily at all. So if, you know, I just like people to be honest with me, because I like to be honest with them. And then I'm just going to do one more before this video gets super long. This is, they've just said high achiever, and I do love to achieve. It's like an addiction to me. I love setting goals. I love achieving goals. And when I set my goals, I do set them high. And I think that is a key part to actually setting goals. People say make them small, make them manageable, and yeah, that's good for like mini goals, but when I set my goals, I set them high, because why not? That's just my viewpoint on it. But it's been really interesting to read some of these. There are other ones as well which I kind of chuckle as I go through, and I might try and respond to those ones on Instagram. But thank you so much for sending me what your assumptions are. I really hope that going through this has just made you realise that everybody is trying to get through life, and everybody is pretty much the same regardless of what you see on social media. Remember, if you're watching somebody on YouTube, on Instagram or Facebook, you only see a small proportion of their life. So what you see in this square does not represent what I am looking at elsewhere. And I'm actually going to show you a clip at the end of this video of what I'm looking at, because you will be like, oh, okay. But thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed filming it for you. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and click that bell button to be notified of when my new videos go live. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you again soon. Bye! So as promised, guys, this is my current view. I am still in my pyjama bottoms. I have my makeup here because I've just filmed another video. This is my tripod. This is the mess that is in the ensuite. And then this is all bit stitch, which I have not yet put away. So those things on the top there, they need to go away. This is out the ensuite. This needs to go away. They are close to be put away. I am not perfect. My house is not perfect. Nobody is perfect. So I hope that is a little bit of a reminder that social media isn't always what it seems, and what you see is not always what I see.